Sarah, how are you? The funeral you held for your mother was lovely. It must have been a lot to deal with in such a short time. I'm sure she would have been very happy with it. Thank you for coming to pay your respects, Emily. It means a lot to me that you came all the way to see her. It was a good chance to see Stephen and the grandkids. And what kind of mother-in-law would I be if I didn't go? Thank you. I really am grateful. I regret that you and my mom didn't have much of a chance to see each other when she was alive. Yes, it really is a shame. She was living with you, wasn't she? It was the first time I'd been inside your house, so I was surprised to see how big it was. It's a wonderful home. We already had the kids when we decided to live with my mom's, so we had it built so that it would feel more spacious and open. We knew that the boys would need more space when they grow up, so we took that into consideration too, but it feels so big and empty now that my mom is gone. That must be hard on you. But you're so lucky. Our house is cramped. I feel trapped all the time. I don't know about lucky. You're living with Stephen's second eldest brother at the moment, aren't you? Yes, and it's horrible. We're living with Thomas and his wife, but I can't bear her. I don't know why he married someone like her. She does nothing but cause trouble. Really? I haven't spent a lot of time with her before, so I don't really know what she's like. I don't know how she can call herself a wife. She always cuts corners on the chores, and she complains all day long. She can't discipline her own child, either. He runs around the house screaming and shouting. I can't live in a place like that. I didn't know any of that. What does your husband think? Have you spoken about it with him? That's the problem. She acts like such a good girl when he's around. When he's looking, she's the perfect daughter-in-law. She's so two-faced, it's very annoying. I guess that's why I don't feel like we can get on well. Is that so? That does sound problematic. It was a bad idea to start living with Thomas and his family to begin with. There was no way all of us would fit in such a small house. I don't know how they thought it could work. What do you mean? There's 5 of us. My husband, myself, Thomas, and his wife and son. Of course we can't survive in such a small house. It's only natural that we get stressed out by one another. We all need our own private space. I never knew that the situation was that bad. Is it really that stressful living together? Of course, I'm fine with living with Thomas since he's my own son, but I don't like that woman. She irritates me to no end. Every day there's something new to be annoyed about because she's so noisy about every single little detail. She won't even wash my or my husband's laundry with her families and expects me to do it by myself. Can you believe that? There's no point in living with them if she doesn't do anything for us. We're letting her live with us, so she should be a little more grateful. It's your husband's house, but I heard that Thomas and his wife are paying the gas and electricity bills, aren't they? It's not just the gas and electricity. They're paying for the groceries and other things, too. We provide the house and shelter, so the least they can do is pay for all the necessities. My son and his wife are paying for everything at the moment. That must make it much harder to mention that you're not happy with their attitude. I wonder what you could do. I was wondering about that, too. And I realized when I went to visit yesterday for the funeral, with your house being so big, maybe it would be a better idea if my husband and I moved in with you and Stephen. Don't you think that's a wonderful idea? That way we can spend more time with the grandkids, too. We hardly ever see them. Excuse me? My husband and I could move in with you. You've got plenty of space now that your mother's gone. You were saying how it feels big and empty earlier. I'm sure Stephen would be happy with that. I don't think that's the problem. First of all, we only just had the funeral. We built this house with the intention of living with my mom, so it's filled with memories of her. And we've already discussed this before with Stephen and your husband. I remember that we all decided that we wouldn't move in together. And that you would move in with one of Stephen's brothers instead. So you don't mind living with and taking care of your own mother, but you don't feel any obligation towards your in-laws? Do you have a problem with living with me and my husband? Like I said, I didn't decide that alone. I didn't mean anything by it, but my mother did put a lot of money into building this house too. So she had every right to live with us. She's gone now, but the kids will be getting much bigger from now on, so Steven and I have already made up our minds that we'll stick with the first decision and not live with you both. I'm sorry if I've made you feel unwelcome, but that's just what we've decided. And what would you do about your current house? Are you going to give it to Thomas and his wife? I don't want to give them our house, but your house is much bigger and it's new too. It'll be much easier for us to live in. I think it's a good idea for us to move in with you and Steven. I'm really sorry, Emily, but I don't think that's possible. Living together will be a bit difficult for a lot of reasons. Why? What's the matter? What reason could you have to not live with us? Haven't you already spoken to Steven about this? Steven himself was saying that he didn't want all of us to live together. He was quite insistent on it. He always said that he didn't want to live together with his parents. This is why I have problems with you all. All 3 of the daughter-in-laws I have, and not one of them is respectful towards me. There's always one of you saying something insensitive like that. I thought that you were better than the other 2, but you're just the same. You don't think of us as family at all, do you? You're horrible. I don't think that at all. The biggest problem is that you have dog allergies. It's got nothing to do with you personally. We just can't have you staying with us when you can have a reaction. We have 2 dogs, so it really isn't possible for you to stay with us. That's why Steven was so adamant about not living together. We've already gone over this before. I was fine yesterday, so there's no problem anymore. That was because we had the dogs stay with a friend yesterday while we had the funeral. We didn't want them causing trouble, and we knew you were coming, so we took precautions. Then the solution is simple. Why don't you let that friend of yours keep them? That way there'll be no problem for me to live with you. I'm sorry, what? You want us to just give up our dogs? Your husband's parents should be more important than some stupid dogs. Are you being difficult on purpose? If you want to keep your dogs, then you're just being selfish. Why don't you understand that you should prioritize us over everything? Please stop. I've had enough of your ridiculous comments. We won't let you live with us, and that's final. Do you realize that it's not your daughter-in-laws that have the problem, but you yourself? I know that you were living with Keith, your eldest son, until a few years ago. I also heard that you had problems with his wife, too. And that they had to go live elsewhere because of the stress she suffered. They moved out because they didn't want to live with you anymore. That wasn't my fault. You can't blame me for that. That was all her fault. She was flirting with my husband and trying to use him. I just made it clear that there are things she shouldn't do. On top of that, she didn't pay for anything when she first was living with us. She was asking us to pay half of the groceries and pay for half of the bills, just like Thomas's wife. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. She was requesting that we pay for things, even though we were letting her live in our house. It's not like she lacked the money. Both her and Keith were working. She could have paid for everything, but no, she was audacious enough to ask us to pay for half. I think that's normal. I don't understand what you're complaining about. Pardon? If you're going to live together, then it's only a matter, of course, that everyone puts some money forward. We were letting her live in our house. Why should we pay for anything? She should have been grateful she had a home. Why don't any of you understand that? All you want is money. My mom was paying for her own groceries and things. It was only fair since she was able to work still and had savings. It helped out a lot. She paid part of the cost of building this house and bought her own furniture instead of asking us to buy things she wanted. I don't care what your mother did, and Thomas is fine with paying for everything. Keith and his wife should have done the same. They're the ones being unreasonable. I heard that your husband is paying part of the bills at the moment. What are you talking about? Didn't you know? Because of the trouble you had with Keith and his wife, your husband's been paying for half of the bills and the groceries in secret. He's been handing it directly to Thomas. I didn't know that. Nobody told me anything about that. Why would he do that behind my back? He was apologizing to your son's wives on your behalf. Why? Why should he apologize? There's nothing to apologize for. He was apologizing because of the way you treated them and how you accused them of being gold diggers because they wanted you to pay for your own part. Even though it's not like you would be paying from your own pocket, you don't even work. So the one that would be paying is your husband. He apologized for how you forced them to cover all the bills and asked them to forgive you for your attitude. The only reason why they're being patient with you is because your husband is being so sincere. That's ridiculous. I'm right. Why should he apologize when I'm only saying what needs to be said? I just got a reply from Steven and he told me to tell you that he'll call you when he gets back home from work. Steven said that he'll call me about moving in with you. And about your inappropriate comments, I think. Are you kidding? What inappropriate comments? It's only been a week since my mom passed away, but you're already talking about moving in because our house is much nicer and bigger. Don't you think that that's a bit too insensitive? I haven't been able to call or talk to him in person about it yet, but I can tell that Steven's pretty angry. Isn't he going to talk about moving in together? Of course not. There's another major reason why he said that he never wanted you to live with us. It's not just about the dog allergy you have. It's because you stressed Keith's wife out so much that she got depressed. I haven't done anything like that. Whatever happened to that woman was her own fault. Day in, day out, whenever you saw her, all you did was complain about the things she did. You talked loudly about her behind her back and didn't give her a moment of peace. Even though she was working full-time, she still pulled off doing all the chores, cooking, grocery shopping, all because you complained that she wasn't doing enough. She worked so hard to get you to like her, but nothing worked. I heard that you often threw away the dinners that she made for you and cooked your own. No wonder Steven doesn't want you to live in the same house as me. I was still young back then. I couldn't help it. That's your excuse for driving a person to depression? Do you really think that that's acceptable? It's about time you answered for what you've done. What are you talking about? Is anyone at home with you today? Now that you mention it, it seems awfully quiet. Thomas's wife and his son are always so noisy, but I don't hear anything. I wonder if they've gone out. What about someone much closer to you? Someone much more important? Wait, I don't think my husband is home. I'm completely alone. Do you know where Richard is? He hardly ever goes out this late. What's going on? I hate to be the one to tell you, but your husband and Thomas's family have decided that they're going to move out. What? I don't understand. We have a home right here. It's small, but there's no need to buy another place. My husband and I can move in with you and everything will be perfect. They say that they're going to move into a bigger apartment, just the four of them. You can't be serious. I haven't heard anything like that. I don't think they've told you. What am I supposed to do? Where do I go? The people you consider noisy have moved out for you, so you can stay in the house you've always lived in. Legally, it's your husband's, but if it's you by yourself, I'm sure it'll feel much bigger. That's what you wanted. I'm sure you'll be more comfortable by yourself. Who's going to take care of me? What am I supposed to do? Cook and clean and do grocery shopping all by myself? Why isn't anyone picking up the phone? I don't understand. They've all abandoned me. I guess they all got tired of enduring your abuse. We don't live too close, so I've never had to spend a lot of time with you. So I haven't experienced it firsthand, but it looks like you caused a lot of suffering for the people around you. And since you have no consideration for the fact that I'm currently in mourning, I can only think that you're as self-centered as I've heard. I can empathize, but I can't imagine how your other sons' wives must have felt with you in their homes. It's unpleasant just thinking about it, so I think I'd like to keep my distance as well. I found divorce papers on the living room table. Sarah, what should I do? How can I make them come back? I can't do anything by myself. I think you should give your husband the divorce and let them live in peace. It means you have to pay all the bills and do all the housework by yourself. But that's what you get for not being thankful for all the support you've had up until now. Your husband is graciously letting you live in the house he bought after all. Why shouldn't you pay for everything yourself? Thomas and his family moved out with Richard into an apartment, leaving Emily alone in her husband's house. The apartment they moved into wasn't as big as their old home, but they were able to live in peace and stress-free. So they all got on well and took care of one another. On the other hand, Emily had no choice but to divorce her husband at a late age. She tried begging Stephen and Keith for help, but her eldest son had already had enough of his own mother after she caused his wife to get depression and had cut ties with her a long time ago. He didn't answer any of her calls or her pleas for help. Stephen was furious with his mother after he found out how insensitive she had been towards his wife and told her to never call them ever again. Because of her own actions and her attitude towards the people that loved her, Emily ended up living a solitary life. I think my water just broke. I'm pretty sure the baby is coming, so I'm gonna head to the hospital. If you think you can make it, come by, okay?
Gotcha. I'll be sure to go if I can make it. Huh? Caroline? You're not home. Where are you right now? Did you go somewhere? Oh, you're at the hospital. You're not done yet? I don't have any food. If you didn't get anything ready for me, can you at least warn me ahead of time? Hello? That's to Caroline. What am I supposed to do? Can I take a bath and go to sleep?
The baby is born. Do you understand?
Oh, really? When are you gonna be coming home?
Uh-huh.
You won't be making it home today? Actually, let's get back on the topic of food. You should have warned me about it. If you had told me that you didn't cook anything, I would have bought something and brought it home.
What are you talking about? When are you planning on coming to the hospital?
What? Why would I?
I told you this morning I'm about to have a baby, so I'm going to the hospital. So when the baby is born, I wanted you to come by the hospital.
Oh yeah, you totally did say something like that, didn't you? My bad. I finished work on time for the first time in a while, so I just came straight home. But dinner wasn't ready or anything, so it was actually one of the worst experiences of my life. But I ordered some food, you know? I was too lazy to leave the house.
So
Huh?
when are you coming?
What do you mean, when?
When are you going to come look at your child?
I'll go tomorrow if I can. You should still be at the hospital tomorrow, right? Oh man, that means you can't cook me any lunch tomorrow. Can you hurry up and get out of the hospital? When are you gonna be discharged?
Are you being serious right now? You got off work on time and you didn't come to the hospital still?
Just because I go there doesn't mean that I can do anything for you, you know? But I'm glad that everything worked out. Hooray! Right?
No, not everything worked out.
Huh?
The doctors had to perform a C-section. It was a huge thing.
Really? But you're okay now, right?
Yeah, I'm all right, but it was seriously a lot of trouble. It's going to hurt for a while, too. I think I'm going to be in the hospital for another week or so.
Seriously? What the hell am I supposed to eat for the time being?
What?
Who's gonna prepare my food? You know, lunch? If I don't have your homemade lunches, then I have to spend money every day. That's even if I go to the company lunchroom, you know?
Are you messing with me right now? I finally was able to calm down enough to take a breather. I just gave birth to our child. And it was my first child to boot. I'm pretty shocked right now. Because they had to cut open my stomach. It actually really hurt. But you, the husband, are worried about what? Not your wife's condition, not your child's condition. You're literally concerned about your food.
Of course I'm worried, sweetie. But you're fine now, right? I'm glad to hear you're okay. So now my worry is really who's gonna pay for my meals. I kinda went a little crazy today too. I ordered a little too much on the deliveries. I have extra pizzas too. Do you want me to bring you some tomorrow?
I don't believe it. Do you not have any love for me? You should be hauling your ass to the hospital right now. No, actually, it's a little too late for that. A normal human being would be going as soon as he was done working.
I didn't really consider that as an option, to be honest.
Why the hell not? Even when I was pregnant, you never gave a crap about how I felt or anything. When I was really sick and suffering from morning sickness, you still asked me to cook for you. It was literally the month that I was going to be giving birth and you complained that I didn't clean well enough. You really didn't think about me or my well-being at all. I thought that maybe the child being born would make you change a little bit, but I really didn't expect that. Even after the baby was born, you wouldn't even show up to the hospital. I never could have imagined how terrible you'd be.
I'll go tomorrow. Don't be so angry.
I'm beyond just being angry. I've actually lost all hope in you. You literally only think about your own meal. What about your own daughter? You don't care about her?
Of course I care about her. Just calm down, okay?
I have some things I need from the house. Can you just bring them to me? Actually, you literally have the car right now. Why aren't you literally flying over to be here?
I kind of already had a few drinks, so I can't really drive. I'll go tomorrow, seriously. After work, I promise.
So I was suffering in the hospital while you were up drinking and enjoying yourself? I don't believe it. My parents are also starting to worry that you're taking too long now.
Huh? Wait a minute, your parents are there? Why didn't you hurry up and say that first thing?
Huh? I'm going to tell them soon why you're not here yet.
Wait, hang on, don't do that, please. You're seriously gonna make me look bad?
How you said that you don't think you needed to be here. All you think about is your own food and what to eat. I'll tell them about how you drank and got ready to go to bed. That'll be nice.
Wait, seriously, hang on! I'm gonna get ready now and head over.
No, that's okay. I don't even want to see you, even if you do come.
Why? Don't be like that, Caroline.
I'm considering getting divorced from you.
What? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about it to my mom and seeing what she says now.
Hang on a second. You can't tell your parents.
I know you don't want me to tell them. You're currently employed in my grandpa's subsidiary company. My grandpa seriously loves me. I mean, he loves to take care of me. I'm sure if and when he finds out, he won't just let it go.
But the president is in another state, right? Where the headquarters is located.
Yeah, that's true. My mom and dad are also normally over there, too. But they knew that I was going to give birth, so they came by to see me.
I didn't know that.
I literally told you. Maybe you weren't listening to me, though.
Just please, hang on. I'm really sorry. Please don't tell your parents. I will head over right away on a taxi or something.
It's too late for that.
Huh?
I already told them about you.
Wait, hang on. This is all a big misunderstanding. I keep getting phone calls. I think it's my dad.
I'm sure he just wants to have a word with you. Why don't you answer the phone?
I can't answer the phone. I know he's gonna chew my ass out. Tell him that I'm on the way to the hospital right now.
On the way to which hospital? I don't think you even know where I am. Which hospital am I at right now, Joe?
I mean, yeah, but just tell me where you are.
Been telling you every day for a long time now. You just look at your stupid phone all day. You never listen to a word I have to say.
I'm sorry. I said I'll head over right now.
It's too late for that. You haven't even asked for any pictures of your daughter. Not a single peep about her. I really understand now. You don't give a shit about us at all.
That's not true. I just don't have any realization that I'm a father now. I can't just suddenly turn a switch on and be dad mode.
The problem with all of that is that if you're not interested in us now, you're probably never going to be interested in us. So I don't want anything to do with you anymore. I'm going to live life with her and her alone.
Don't say that, please. It was seriously all my fault. I'm sorry. Your mom is also calling me now. Can you tell her that I'll be heading over now?
Why don't you just answer the phone? Don't try to use me like that now.
It's awkward. Have you considered the situation I'm in right now?
I don't give a shit. I'm going to get a divorce, but I'm going to make sure you pay for child support.
Wait, hang on. Divorce? We're not getting a divorce.
Yes, we are.
If we get a divorce, what's gonna happen about my plans to take over the subsidiary company? I have been working hard day in and day out to get that position.
That's why you married me, isn't it? I'm sorry to tell you now, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be called off.
Let's not get divorced. I love the both of you. Please reconsider this.
Kind of funny how badly you're begging me now. I'm tired of all this. My dad has already talked to my grandpa. Apparently he's furious. I'm actually starting to calm down a little now. I'm more confused as to how I thought that marrying you would be a good idea.
Don't say that. Let's try this again.
You didn't care about your newborn daughter. You didn't care about your wife who just went through labor. You don't care about either of us, and you don't have any love for us. There's no way that I could spend my life with a man like that.
Okay, fine, but at least tell your parents.
Tell them what?
That I didn't have any bad intentions towards you. So just keep letting me push forward on my job.
Why the hell would I do that? Actually, all of these texts, Mom is actually watching them too.
Huh? I'm sorry! I promise to change from here on out!
Yeah, I think you're a little too late, champ. By the way, she's going to be named Rose. You might want to start working hard to find another job so that you can think about feeding Rose and paying her child support. Instead of thinking about your next meal. Later, asshole. Joe looked up where Caroline was staying the next day and headed to see her. He begged her parents for forgiveness and apologized to everyone. However, he didn't apologize to Caroline first. He apologized to her father first, which made everything worse. He was immediately chased out of the room. As a result, Joe was fired from his position at the company. He could have tried to sue for wrongful termination, but since the company was a family-run company, and he would have been chased off anyways. It didn't matter if he kept working because no one would be willing to work with him. It was clear that he would end up quitting anyway, so he just accepted the fact that he wouldn't be working there anymore. He currently pays child support while looking for a job. His handmade cooking every day tastes like loneliness.